Hello, fellow YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is doing well. This is the IT Motorcyclists. And today's topic, I'm going to talk about new riders, new motorcycle riders. Have you all been riding along? Have you been riding a long time? I love to hear from everybody, whether you are a new rider or you've been riding for many years. I myself have been riding off and on, for probably a good 25, 30 years. Always been a huge motorcycle fan. I've had probably 5 or 6 different motorcycles over the years. But today I really wanted to talk to the new riders and maybe give you guys some tips and tell you the different things that I have dealt with over the years, and hopefully help you become a better rider. You know, we all started somewhere. I got my motorcycle license when I was 18 years old. It's funny, the first, I wouldn't really even call it a motorcycle. It was a little gas-powered two-wheel, like moped. You know, top speed was maybe 30, 35 miles an hour. I had bought it because I was kind of out and about on my own, and came home from college for the summer and was working at my local high school and needed some transportation, and I didn't really want to spend the money on a car, just wanted something to get around. So I bought that. But then I want to say my first real motorcycle was a Yamaha V-Star 650. It was a great bike. I bought it new at that time. I was with my first wife. She was an avid motorcycle rider as well. She actually got her motorcycle license when she turned 16, the same day she got her driver's license. But anyway, I'll quit babbling about that and focus on the subject, and you know, kind of talk to you, your newbies, and tell you about all the different experiences and things that I've done over the years. Of course, one of the first things that I did was take the safety course. You know, at that time, I was living, I think, in Illinois, so I was able to take the rider's course at the local community college. And I mean, one of the great benefits of it is if you've never ever been on a bike, they, you know, show you and help you with every aspect that you need. And you know, they supply at that time they supplied the bike, which I'm sure was something like a Rebel 250. Again, that was many years ago. And then they supply you with a helmet and such, and of course you had to pass, you know, the different aspects from turning and stopping, and you know, all everything that comes with riding a motorcycle. And then you also had to pass the written portion as well. to get your certification for it. And it was also nice because then it also helped out on your insurance. And again, that was quite a few years ago, so it's funny every time I get a new bike and I go to get insurance on a new bike. They always ask me if I've taken the course in so many years, and I said no, it's been a long time. So but anyway, so what are some of the things you new riders have questions about? You know, what are you concerned about? I'm actually just taking some back roads here because I didn't get into my left turn, so this is always fun. All these hilly parts up and down. But anyway, you know, I'd like to be able to help you guys out and answer any questions you might have as new riders. I know this is not interactive and such, but you know, what can I help you guys with? Sorry, as I'm just babbling at the moment as I'm trying to get back on track so I can get on the Great River Road and make my way over to Grafton, Illinois. Some of my old stomping grounds. So back at it. Some of the other things that I highly recommend when it comes to riding motorcycles, and it is definitely much harder to focus on riding when you're talking. Excuse me. It's easy to get distracted, and so if you're a new rider, I do not recommend that you have any distractions when you're learning to ride. I'm probably one of the more cautious riders out there. I tend to always, I'm constantly checking my mirrors and looking at my surroundings, because you never know who's gonna sneak up on you at that last minute. I'm also like to keep a really good distance from any of the cars that are up in front of me. Of course, you have a much longer reaction time when you do that. And then of course, you know, it's always scary when you've got cars coming up on you, as you might be able to see in my mirror here. Cars seem to come up pretty fast, and then they, majority of the time, will ride your ass. But now that I'm on this 4-lane river road, they can pass me and go around. But by them coming up, a lot of times, depending on the situation, I'll either speed up so that I get them off my ass, or I'll actually slow down even more. And hopefully they get the idea that, hey, you know, get off my ass. I'm not one of those vindictive and mean people, and I don't throw a fit that they're doing it. Sometimes they probably don't even realize how close they are to me. I don't turn around, flip them off, you know, say, hey, get off my ass, right? So, like right now, I decided to give my hand a break and use my throttle lock that I have installed on my bike, and allows me to stretch it a little bit here. Sucks when you're old and you have arthritis in your fingers, but I don't tend to do it for a really long time. But anyway, there's lots of different things when it comes to being a new motorcycle rider. You know, being comfortable with the bike that you have. You know, there's always I see lots of discussion of people saying, "Hey, I'm a new rider. What size bike should I get?" You know, and you'll get all kinds of answers, and you know, everybody has different opinions. My opinion is don't start with a huge bike. You know, you don't need an 1100cc or a 1300cc motorcycle. And depending on your frame and your size, and you know, are you into cruising? Do you like cruisers? Or do you more like the crotch rockets, you know, or touring bikes? There's lots of different options out there. So it really comes down to there's a lot of variables there. So I don't think there's any one right answer to that. So myself, like I said, when I started out, I had a 650, and it was great, and it did everything I needed. But you know, except when you get out on the open roads and want to cruise at 60-70 miles an hour, yeah, I mean, you were really pushing that bike. And today I have an 1100cc motorcycle. I've owned motorcycles as large as 1800cc. I'm a bigger guy. I'm 5'10". Never had an issue with the bike being too tall or too short for me. So that's some other considerations. But an 1800 was just way too much for me. I did have a 1300cc motorcycle a couple years ago. It was a Honda VTX. Loved it. Great bike, but unfortunately I sold it. And now I'm on a 2004 Honda Shadow Sabre 1100 and love it. I did upgrade the seat. I bought a Mustang seat with a backrest, and it helps tremendously. I can rest my back, which I'm doing right now. I don't feel like I'm hunched over. It cost a lot of money, but it was well worth it. So again, a lot of things. Other things that I think are important for new riders. And again, you have people that will argue with you all day long about this, and it depends on what state you're in too. For example, I'm over here in Illinois and just came across the bridge from Missouri. For many years, you're required to wear a helmet in Missouri. As long as I can remember, in Illinois, there has not been a helmet law, so it was to your own discretion. I personally, and again, this is my opinion, so take it for what it's worth, but I always wear a helmet when I'm on my motorcycle. I love the term. Of course, now I can't even think of the term. You know, dressed for the ride. You know, the slide. I always wear gloves. I always have a motorcycle jacket on with elbow pads and you know, a true motorcycle jacket. Now, if you can look, I have jeans on, which isn't the absolute best. I should probably look into actually getting some motorcycle pants that have the knee guards and such and padding, but I just have chose not to do that yet. But I'm not one of those people that would ever ride a motorcycle, even if I'm just cruising locally around town where I'm not going 25-30 mile an hour. I would never just wear a t-shirt or a muscle shirt and shorts, for example. I actually, with my last bike, if I would decide I was gonna go around town, I actually had a half helmet. Excuse me, nice little yawn there. So I had a little bit of protection, but in reality, was that the best choice? Well, again, everybody has their own opinions, and I no longer have a half helmet. I always wear I have a modular full face helmet, so I can always flip it up if I want some more airflow. But again, it's not my choice. To each his own, and everybody could do what they want. You know, if you're in Missouri, live in Missouri like I do, I think the requirement of not having a helmet is, I think you have to be a certain age. I can't remember exactly what that is, because I will exceed that age limit or requirement, and then you do have to have motorcycle insurance. So anyway, that's what I have to offer for any of your new riders. But again, be you, make your own choices, but I always look at it that if I'm in any kind of fender bender, big or small, I got that helmet there and my gear to help protect me, because I have a family and I want to be there for them. So anyway, that's all I really have at this time, and those are my thoughts for new motorcycle riders. Again, please like and subscribe. Click on the link down below, and give me any of your comments, and if there's anything you'd like me to discuss or dig into further, let me know. And I'm always happy to go out and take another ride of this beautiful river road and share my thoughts and ideas with you. So everyone, have a good one.